Okay, let's see. What we've got here?
So it says the simple fact that the man wants to put, intimacy as a condition to continue the relationship with a girl is already a sign that he's not committed. He just wants her body.
Thanks for joining us, and now we're coming to the next part of the show, guys, which is the book analysis with Petrina Ten. Good morning, Petrina. How are you doing today, super lady?
Good morning, Robert. Hi, Hugo, and all listeners.
That's it.
We're well, thank you.
Fantastic. Full of power and determination. Petrina, I'm in love with this book analysis,
Same here.
I'm like, because I edit the replays, right? And I'm listening to it. And I'm like, wow, this stuff is just so powerful. Even if you're those of you single, those of you who are in a relationship, it's just such powerful insights, and it's really blessing me.
Definitely. This book is for everyone, basically, whichever stage of relationship you're in.
Absolutely. And so we've got some powerful nuggets ready for us today, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so tell me. So we've been going on to the 27 myths.
That's right. 27 myths that keep you from being happy in love. And last week we covered the 5 myths, and we're going to carry on.
Oh, absolutely. I'm on that. I'm top of the morning on that one. I'm just for it totally. I've got my notepad here, and I'm really, really excited. All right.
So I'll just repeat the 5 myths, the first 5 myths. The first one is men are all the same. Men or women are all the same.
Yep.
Second one is God will bring me the right person at the right time.
Yeah, we busted them, yeah.
Yeah, third is I haven't found my soulmate yet.
The soulmate one.
Yeah. Number 4 is all that matters is being happy.
That was an interesting one.
And the 5th one that we covered last week was I want to get married to be happy.
Okay. Ooh, that last one. Oof. Oh, it's like right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we covered those last week. If you want the replay, everyone, you can just check it on the Robust Life YouTube channel, and you can go through them again. It's powerful, really powerful. So what have we got for us today?
Okay, today the next one, number 6, is it's good to live together before you get married to see if it works out.
Okay,
That's
now
the 6th.
Okay, now this is hot. And also, if you don't have the Bulletproof Dating book, you can get it at your local Youth KJ Help Center or visit christianbooks.com, and you can get it from there. Absolutely phenomenal book. What page is it on? Sorry, just to remind me.
This is on page 119.
119. Okay, so if you got your book, you can follow through with us. But yeah, go ahead, Petrina, take it away.
Okay, so it says when you try out something just to see if it's going to work, it's because you have doubt. And it says about the reality shows that couples that live together before marriage are more likely to see their marriages end in divorce.
Wow. That's a powerful
In practice, this marital agreement causes innumerable problems related to unmet expectations in the relationship. So it talks about the differences between the two genders. It says, while a woman starts seeing her partner as a husband and expecting him to behave like one, the man continues to see her just as a girlfriend, but with benefits.
Wow. So it actually comes down to the psychology of the two different
genders.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. So it talks about the men. The man sees the woman as a girlfriend, but with benefits such as, being able to clean, wash, iron, cook. share the bills, and available for intimacy really whenever he wants to. So when he's got all that without the marriage, why would he want to marry her? That is the question.
Even Captain Hugo's like nodding, like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you know, this is the sweet spot deal, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it says the truth is that relationships that respect the stages of marriage and intimacy, friendship, dating, engagement, and marriage are usually more long-lasting and happy. And the reason is because that they have gone through in an orderly and rational way instead of an impulsive and uncommitted way.
Wow, that's a very interesting point, because even in life there's a sequence to everything, right? There's a sequence for things to grow and develop properly. And so what we're getting with this is the idea of saying, oh yeah, you know what, we will test it living together to see if it works. But what's happened is that, you know, you're now, for the guy, he's like, because men, you know, when it comes to commitment and stuff, men are a lot different than women. I was having this discussion with my colleague Excel the other day. And so if the guy's got everything that he needs, that he wants, right? It's there. He doesn't have to go through booking a hall or creating a ceremony or whichever. You know, so why go through that? Why create the ceremony? Why go through the ceremony? But the woman, you know, she who's probably more serious about her life, because women are more mature than guys, right? Generally speaking, that's what they say. She wants something solid, right? She wants that solid environment, you know. And if we don't go through the process of dating, so what's it says the process is friendship, right? We get to know each other as friends. Then it's like dating. Sorry?
Then you start dating.
So that means you're getting into each other's heads, right? Yes. It's not an emotional thing here. It's like you're attracted to the person, but you're understanding the person. You're letting the person to understand you. There's communication. We're not getting blindsided by emotions, right? Then it says engagement. So we've got a goal. We've got a date when we're gonna tie the knot. Because I've dated you, I could see using my rational thinking that you've got some qualities that I like, and I've seen and I've let you know about my bad qualities and my good qualities as much as I can communicate to you, right? Vice versa. There's no emotion masking things over, because sometimes you can get so emotional that there are red flags and you're seeing blue flags because you're so emotional. It's like run. You're like, oh wow, that's purple, you know, because you're emotional, you know, and if you're intimate, your rationality is not going to be as it should be, right? Because the emotions are all over the place. And then obviously getting married and tying the knot. So you're saying like it's wise not to skip that process, but to do everything in their turn and don't try to be clever and modern about it, right?
That's right. Yeah. So, and then it says they'll actually discuss more about this in chapter 19. We are quite away from chapter 19, but we'll have to wait for that.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So the next number 7.
So it's good to live together before you get married to see if it works out. That myth has been busted.
Yes.
All right, sorry, go Petrina. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so the 7th one is we need to take a test drive.
Okay. We need to take a test drive.
Okay. So it talks about whether the couple are compatible in bed, right? So
okay. Oh wow, that's deep. The book goes deep, you know. Yeah, this book ain't playing around. Okay, let's see. So what we've got here?
So it says the simple fact that the man wants to put, you know, intimacy as a condition to continue the relationship with a girl is already a sign that he's not committed. He just wants her body.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard it vocalized like that before.
And it talks about the woman. If you value yourself enough, you already know that you're good enough in and out of bed. You don't need anyone to test drive.
Isn't it? Oh my gosh, this is really strong. But you know what's interesting, Petrina, is that nowadays there would be this conversation and probably a backlash from women saying, you know what, if men can do it, we can do it too.
Yes.
Right? There's this backlash saying, why not? And, you know, there's that whole thing that's happening now. But I don't know, I'm that generation, I'm the baby boomer generation when, you know, there were a lot more single mothers, you know, because my generation made different choices, right? But we still come from that time where it was like, you know, men respected women, you know, men would open the door for women. You know, men honored women. Women had this honor, this special place. And nowadays, it's like women try to tread on that and be like, what are you doing that for? Do you know what I mean? So now, looking at relationships now, you know, this sounds like a person could say, no, why not? Test drive. Women could say test drive. But I think it's really important that we start using our heads now. We start thinking. Women, I believe they still generally want a committed relationship, a healthy, wholesome relationship. And men, you know, men have desires that they like to function. And I think that I think the whole test drive thing, it just gets emotions into it. And like you said, women just need to value themselves. Men have to fight for you. You know, they have to fight for you. They have to go through the process. And it's women that set the standards, right? It's women that give the open door or the refusal. Do you know what I mean, Petrina? It's like it's always been a thing where like men have gone hunting and the woman says, no. Or it's like, okay, come on then, right? Come on, let me know you some more, right? It's never usually women and men. Well, it's but usually, generally speaking, it's women that can choose to accept a guy or not. Generally speaking, I thought that's what I've seen. Right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, we're talking. Sorry.
Okay, so Miss, have you busted that myth now?
So we need to take a test drive in the bed before we, you know, and get intimate before getting married. It's busted. Okay, Captain Hugo, the sound effect. Okay, don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. We'll add it in later. All right, go ahead.
Okay, number 8 is it's the man who rules the household.
Okay, now this is going to be interesting. Tell me the pearls that we got here then.
Okay, so it says this old male chauvinistic idea makes many husbands mistreat and diminish their wives for fear of being controlled by them. Okay.
Wow, male insecurity there, isn't it?
Yeah. So it reminds us that no one should be the boss in a marriage. Instead, it should be a partnership where the one who knows more about one area leads and the other one lends support.
That's a very good way of looking at it. That is absolutely beautiful. It says, like, when men behave this way, it says women who feel belittled on the other side, and women who've become rough and even aggressive. So they'll never have to depend on men. Yeah. You know, so I think this is kind of like striking up that balance, isn't it? Yes. You know, men rules the household, and you know, I think there's this idea nowadays that try to make men be a bit more feminine, but I don't think it's about men behaving more feminine, but I think it's just about having that rationale to say, you know what, we're on a journey together, we're a team, right? We're a team. And I think you rightly put it. It says here, instead there should be a partnership where what's it called now? It says here, so they'll never have to depend on men. No one should be the boss in a marriage. Instead, there should be a partnership where the one who knows more about one area leads and the other one lends support. That's fantastic. How healthy is that? How healthy is that? And now I know people are going to be watching this and they probably have different dynamics, you know, in their relationship. But the question is, has it worked? Is it working for both of you? You know, because it could be a thing. This is how I want it. Are you trying to tell me how to rule my? Okay, I'm just using the voice because I'm originally Ghanaian, and you know we could be very dominant. You know, when it comes to this kind of thing, or where I come from anyway. But you know, maybe the guy feels like he's king of the hill, but the woman feels belittled. You know, but if you see each other as in a partnership, and everybody has their different roles, right? You guys know where your strong points are. You know, I find that my wife is much better at organizing the kids. You know, and I'm more I'm more go out there, do stuff, make things happen. Do you know what I mean? And where she's lacking, then I'm like, don't worry, we'll make a way. And do you know what I mean? And so you work in partnership. So yeah, this whole thing, I get it. I get it. So it's the man who rules the household. I mean, yeah, it's a bit old fashioned, but Petrina, that myth has been busted. You just like cut it. All right. Okay, thank you. You're overcompensating. Yeah, but Petrina, wait a second. But shouldn't the man feel like the responsibility over the household? Right?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So I mean, because I don't want to get this twisted, right? I feel these are my thoughts, right? That a man has a responsibility to protect the structure and the integrity of his household, right? Not to belittle the woman, not to belittle anyone, but to make sure everyone's okay, to make sure everybody has what they need, right? To make sure in the house everything is there. Everybody. I personally feel that that's a man's responsibility, right? So just to clarify, I believe what this is talking about is literally belittling your wife, belittling your partner, making her feel inferior, not as, okay, everyone's okay, all right, anything you need, wife, like to serve her, to make sure she's elevated in whatever she wants to do and accomplish, but to be like, don't speak. Yeah. Right. So,
I mean, the key here in that sentence is basically, it talks about we should remember it's a partnership where the one who knows more in that area leads and the other lends support.
Okay.
So you need to actually have the balance as well. Obviously, there will always have to be someone who is like the leader of the household. However, it can be, exchange in both roles as well. So sometimes the men may be leading in certain areas and the wife supporting and vice versa.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, look. Okay. Yeah. You know this one. Yeah. Okay. I get it. It's a partnership. It's a partnership. But it's a partnership, and it doesn't take away from the man feeling the need to make sure everyone's okay. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. We have Jeanette here who's just sent a message into our live chat. She's saying, yes, Robert, it is good to have a strong head in charge, as it's good to check in with. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's all part of the leadership. If you have a business, you don't have two managers. There has to be that balance, but everyone works as a team. And I think that's really important in terms of relationships. All right, what's the next one, Super Lady?
So the number 9 is love is eternal while it lasts.
Okay. Love is eternal while it lasts.
This is the biggest problem with this myth. People treat marriage as something temporary with an expiration date.
Okay, that's interesting. Love is so long as the feeling's there, that's real love, right?
Yeah.
Captain Hugo did this face. He was like, these people don't know nothing. they don't know anything. Yeah, because people.
So when the charm is gone, a divorce is all that's left. Ooh, that's really, really strong. That's a strong word. So, and I think when you say charm, that's that initial sizzle, right? Because human beings, we have a tendency to be excited over anything that's new. Like we get a new phone, we're like, yeah, look at my phone. Oh, you look at it every day, you know what I mean? And, then guess what? After 3 months, it's like, right? Then you're looking to replace it, right? Most times. People get a new pair of trainers. It's like, oh, my trainers. Anything tries to come near it, you clean it off immediately. So a new car, you get excited about that new car. So human beings have a tendency to be excited about anything that is new. And to kind of relate that into something as sacred and special as love is dangerous. Is life-shattering danger, right? Because the sizzle human beings want the sizzle will always change. Right? Yeah. But I think when we're talking about love, the real love, and for me, it's the biblical love of giving. It's beyond feelings, right? Yeah.
Those are my thoughts.
Good.
That's my thoughts. So it says the message here is that love will end one day, that marriage is no longer last forever. If you believe that something won't work anymore, you'll give up trying to make it work. This is the biggest problem with this myth. People treat marriages as something temporary with an expiration date. It's true. When the charm is gone, a divorce is all that's left. What determines the duration of a marriage is what a couple does, not time. It's true. Because there's been times when I've literally been so challenged in my marriage. And, you know, me and my wife, this year's going to make 20 years that we've been married. 2 decades. Yeah, 2 decades. And yeah, we survived. By God's grace, we give thanks for that. And there's times that literally due to not conversing, not communicating, we've had hard times. We've had hard times. But you know what? In those moments when we chose to break through that and break the ice, then it's like everything's refreshed and renewed again in a moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? And and that's it. So that love, that working things out, that commitment to have something that is long lasting, we're going the distance, humbling ourselves, how can we make this work? It's a completely different thing to say, I don't love you the same as I used to, let's separate. It's love is eternal while it lasts. Guess what, that myth has been busted. Yeah, so we need to have it's more than just a feeling. It's eternal. Good. All right. Okay. Yes.
So the 10th myth is a long-term marriage is boring.
What? Continue. Sorry, what
Well, that's why it's a myth, you see.
Kids, isn't it? It's kids talking, Petrina, isn't it? These inexperienced millennials. But no, it even filters up into an older generation, right? Who base everything about feelings. So a long-term marriage is boring. Yeah, take us to the promised land, Petrina. Yeah, what have you got there?
Yeah, so it talks about, I think what this means is basically you need to remember that marriage or relationship shouldn't be treated like a job, where you change jobs every few years or every few months, some people.
Yeah.
And the truth is that boredom in marriage isn't linked to how long a couple has been married, but rather what they do. So we need to actually keep the relationship alive in terms of remembering, what are the things that brought us together in the first place. Wow. And also, as time goes on, you can imagine, right? When you first start dating someone, you spend all the time and, all the time with them. And then slowly as the relationship progresses, life gets in the way and, we get busy and we don't have those moments anymore.
Yes.
So you need to actually relive it as well. Say, for example, like going for like a date night, doing something together regularly.
Absolutely. And this becomes something even more special, right? It becomes something, that effort, that it creates like, how wine gets better over time.
Yeah.
The effort in having time and working towards keeping something so sacred special has a very special fragrance of itself. Oh, that was sounding pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can get back and write that down. Yeah, so it makes it more special. I remember in them immature days, right? I was thinking, because this is the old Robert, right? You gotta have different girlfriends and different girls or whatever, because that's living life. That and the other. But more you do that, more problems. You're living like a TV sitcom. Right, that's the look. Anyone who chooses that lifestyle, everybody can choose the lifestyle they want. But if you look and analyze, you probably find out you got more relationships, more problems. Right, that's what I see. But and I can definitely tell you that long marriage is not boring. But that's where the je ne sais quoi of life really is. That's where development is. That's where leveling up is. If we're prepared to do the work. Right?
Yeah.
Just because your body lasts a long time, it doesn't mean that it's like, you're like your body's dead. No, you have to work on maintaining your body and looking after it, like Ronald's going to show us shortly in the wellness section. You know. You have to keep managing yourself, looking after yourself, and so it's the same thing. It's a law of life. You have to work on something to keep it good, you know, and it becomes wonderful. You get to enjoy its fruits. You know,
so it reminds us that sooner or later, every relationship will fall into a routine. But it's up to the couple to work hard so that this routine doesn't become boring.
Well, there's one there. That's it. You know, Captain Hugo's brilliant at that. Captain Hugo, he takes his wife everywhere. He's like, where are we gonna go next, hon? And isn't it Captain Hugo?
Yeah, and I'm not talking about pubs or clubs or stuff. To go to places.
That's it. Exactly.
Good places, you know.
Good places, wholesome places.
See people there walking, doing things.
That's it. That's it. And you do it together. Do it together. That's absolutely. That's it. That's how we roll. So, guys, a long-term marriage is boring. Guess what? If you really want the good stuff in life, this myth has been busted. Okay, well, we're trying here. We're trying. All right, so look, we've got some Breakfast Show talkers just coming into the live chat, and we had Lara saying good morning, plus connected. We have Eltina from Stockholm saying good morning, listening from Stockholm. We have Anna Paula saying good morning, and Angel saying amen. Angel, yeah, you've been following her. I love it. We have Janet from Nottingham saying, why wouldn't you try and work in a partnership? It seems to work really well, and I like that. If you are more experienced, then you get to lead. Okay,
absolutely.
But you know, I think this is like going back to the subject. I think it's a man thing. Like you know how you have a dance where the man leads a dance and the woman likes to lead the dance. I think it's like salsa or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And men, I think the way that we're built, we want to be leaders. And don't get me wrong, when we say partnership, yeah, there is a partnership, but you know, it'll feel like the wife has become my mother if I let her lead. Does that make sense, Petrina?
Yeah,
you know, Jeanette, does that make sense? Everybody has their thoughts, but these are my thoughts. It'll feel like if I let the woman just lead, all right, and I'll be like, okay, what's next, my love? Or do you get what I mean? I would feel like she's become my mother. And I think men, generally speaking, that's a bit awkward for us. However, I do get the partnership. I do get if she's strong in something, yeah, no problem. Let's support on that. Let's get it working. But I, as a man, want to be like, you know, I'm making sure everybody's okay to do what they need to do and do it well.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thoughts. And Jeanette, I don't know if you agree with what I'm saying, but just basically as men. But it's not to belittle your wife who's your partner. Anyway, let's keep moving. Sorry, oh gosh. Janet says, marriage is marriage. People choose to make it boring. It's true. Absolutely, Fatima. And her husband just recently had his birthday and she's got a lovely family there in France. Okay, so yeah, so just to sum up, Petrina.
Yeah, so these are the additional 5 myths. The sixth one is it's good to live together before you get married. See if it works out.
Okay, so
you don't need to,
it's good to live together before we get married.
Test drive.
We need to have a test drive, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 is a man who rules the household.
Yep.
9, love is eternal while it lasts.
Yep.
And 10th one is a long-term marriage is boring.
Okay, all of these have been busted. All right, guys, so look, man, we're you know, this is a relationship, we're in a partnership. We have to any great project of value has to be worked on, has to be cultivated, and everybody has their role to play, you know, and it's very, very, very important to make it work and to keep it je ne sais quoi. I've got some great tips today. Petrina, you've been amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, and guys, if you want to check out the first 5, you can check out the Breakfast Show replay on Robust Life TV. That's on YouTube. So just go to youtube.com/C/Robust Life TV. You can check out the first 5 that we went through. And also you can see in the description as well, links to Petrina Ten if you just got questions you want to ask her and just disturb her life. All right. So anyway, on that note, that's our book analysis for today. Because of the time, we just go into that, and I really enjoy going into this. And definitely, we're going to have more for next week, right?
Definitely.
Excellent. Petrina, I'm looking forward to it.
So am I.
You're awesome.
So are you, Robert and Hugo. And all the listeners who've shared.
Absolutely fantastic. Connect online Monday to Friday with special guests for inspiration, motivation to start your morning right. Music, banter, fun and laughter. Connect when you start your mornings with The Breakfast Show. Only on libertyradio.co.uk. That's right, The Breakfast Show is back. libertyradio.co.uk from 6:30 a.m.